everyone, thank you for coming back to my channel. I'm Stephanie if you're new here. Today I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to be doing with my indoor pantry. Is what needs like the most help. And my sister came over the other day and I was like, oh my goodness, what can I do with this cabinet? You know, we talked about maybe putting some slide out drawers in there, and I've tried bigger containers. I've tried multiple things, and this is what it ends up looking like. We always put our washcloths and stuff for the kitchen in here, and then everything down below has a certain order of how we put it in here. But then before I go grocery shopping, I try to make sure that it is in order so we can put the rest of the groceries in there. I'm going today to go pick up our grocery order, and this is like a mess. So I was questioning what we should do with this. This is our snack cabinet. This is not like our go-to food cabinet. This is just where we put the snacks. So usually maybe like cookies or something might be up in a different cabinet, but if I do something different, I might be able to put everything in order. So my sister suggested that I use a different area for my inside pantry. We have two pantries out in our garage, and that's where we store like long-term food, and then our cans and short-term, like as in if we have a bulk of things like ketchup, cans, sugar, flour, all of that gets out there. Like we have two different sections, and I did a video on how I organize both of them. In our house, we have this pantry, and above our kitchen stove, we have noodles and stuff up here, and like our macaroni and whatever. And this one is a complete disaster too. But this is like our breads, our cookies, and then pudding or whatever up there. But I'm thinking that if I redo this cabinet, I'll be able to redo that also and have that opened up. So long time ago, when I first started out doing homeschool, I had all the kids' homeschool stuff in here. That was only when I was doing like 1 or 2 kids. And then it got to the point where I started having more kids, and I wasn't able to keep up with how much stuff was getting put in there, like Play-Doh and paper and crafts. It just wasn't working for us anymore. So when we did that, when we switched over, we had this area under our stairs that was never finished. And I kind of set it up for us to use it this way. So I have all my school books here for this year for homeschooling. This is my like teacher books. And then up here is some random stuff. Now I just went through this recently, so this is going to be easy to organize because everything in here is just kind of pull out. But the stuff that's back there, there's only a couple random things back there, so I'm not worried about that. And then down here, underneath here, is all my homeschool stuff that we're not using anymore, and I'm not worried about that. I was gonna spray paint these, but this one and this one are not equal in height, and I want something to match and equal in height. So my sister suggested that we take this stuff from here, from the school area, put this in that pantry because I need less space for this. And this is huge. This goes all the way back by the front of the stairs, so it's wide open. I don't have time to do like a reconstruction of how this would work for us. I just know that if I use this as a snack area, it's gonna work a lot better. I'll be able to get some containers. Actually, I'm gonna have that in my pickup order, so you'll probably see that before you see this video. But I bought containers and little things that we can put all our snacks and stuff in. So my sister-in-law gave me some wallpaper for my stairs, but I already had carpet stuff for that. So I'm going to use the wallpaper stuff she gave me, and I'm going to line this cabinet or this area, and I'm going to line the other pantry with it. So this is what it looks like, and I think it'll match. It'll be cute. It matches our kitchen. So that is what I'm gonna line this with, so it'll look a little bit better. I'm not worried about having doors on here. I'd rather not have doors on here. I'm okay with the curtains. Only because I don't want the kids to open and shut the doors all the time, and Evelyn's room is right there, and I just don't want having doors open and that be an issue. I can't do. So I'm just gonna keep the curtain, it'll be fine. We're gonna put black containers in there just like this, and that is also gonna hold some of the stuff that I need to have held onto. So hold on. So this is what I want to tackle. Hopefully I can figure it out and see what's gonna fit. I do have a little area up here that I have some school stuff up there. Fix that area before I can put any food items up there. So Lauren's got to put a piece of wood or something up there for me to be able to use that spot. So I got containers from my pickup order that if I want to store some stuff in them, like Kool-Aid packs or seasoning packs, I can put that all in here now versus our cabinet that has a bunch of stuff in it, like our seasonings, and I could change my seasonings around. Things would get cleared up with me using this cabinet. This cabinet doesn't get used that often, but we would use it more if we took everything out and used it for our snack cabinet. I would have never thought to switch. So here is this pantry, and right over there is that pantry. So they're just right across from each other. It's just gonna be getting used to grabbing things from there. So I'm gonna figure all this out and we're gonna get it organized. So it's the next day and I didn't get much done from like getting everything out of the cabinets. So I put all the stuff in the container right here as for chips and stuff. So I was laughing with Lauren because I was saying that I needed containers. I need a big container just for our chips alone, and he starts laughing because he knows we like chips. So we like chips, but we don't like, I don't know, we don't hoard on chips. We just like chips. So I told him, I said, see, this is what I needed, and I filled the whole container. So it just in joking, but I don't really need that big of a container because we're going to downsize and we're going to fix it, and we're going to try to figure out, like I said, that's our biggest problem when it comes to this area that I'm going to switch everything to is the I have everything piled up right now because I need to go upstairs and get the kids' containers to bring down here. But I don't have an area for chips. Like I don't know. So the drawers that I'm going to have down here, I want mainly as snack stuff. So I don't think I want to put the chips and stuff in the drawers. But I'm going to pull all this stuff out and put it at the kitchen table, and then I'm going to start organizing everything and putting it in here. So I mainly want to get this stuff out. I want to put the, what's it called? The wallpaper down and get that worked out first. And then I will move on to putting everything in here and organizing. Like I said, I was going to clean out some cabinets and put a lot of stuff in here. And then also I can do more long-term storage in here also because it's so deep. And then I was telling Lauren, like I have so many containers of oatmeal just in the container that it's in, but I'm thinking I can do a lot in mason jars. So we are big with using mason jars. So I think that's what I'm going to do and just store some stuff that way in here. was able to put the wallpaper on the cabinet shelves. So that's what it looks like in the tiny cabinet that we had the food in. I'm going to put all my school stuff in here and get this organized that way. And then eventually, when I'm done with the school area, I can switch things over. For right now, this is what's gonna work for us for the school cabinet. It is the next day, and we had to do some stuff to the pantry area for us to be able to do what we wanted to do. So how we had the steps made, it was causing some issues for us to be able to make it into a pantry. So Lauren had to put some wood panels up. He's going to the store right now and getting some little molding stuff to go into the crack area. So I'll show you what it looks like. So he ended up putting a slant in there instead of having the actual stairs, which hopefully that doesn't mess up what I planned on doing. But it was the only way to take care of what we needed to. So I was able to put, don't mind that down there, that also is gonna go through. That's stuff that nobody sees because it's all my school stuff that we don't use anymore, and then craft stuff because we don't have a lot of storage here. So that's gonna stay underneath there, and I'm able to put the other things there, but I do have to get that organized because I have to put some more stuff down there. I put these little containers up there. I got these at Walmart, and I shared that in one of my videos. And then I have some bigger ones. So what I'm gonna do with these containers up there is I had some labels that I had for my outside pantry. I'm gonna put that on the front of these, and we're gonna be putting our seasoning packs, ketchup, or seasoning packs, gravies, Kool-Aid, and different things like that up there. I really think this is gonna work out this way. I'm going to organize it though. So I was able to put the paper or the wallpaper down. I couldn't get it all the way back, but that's okay. We're not going to be able to see that area. I am going to put some stuff in jars. Not quite sure how I'm going to all put everything in here yet. So I'm going to play around with it as I do it. But for the other pantry area, what I ended up doing is, all the books that are up here are the books that I'm using this year for schooling. And that's all my teacher books back there. And then I have more teacher books and notepads here. But drawers in there, if you saw in the beginning of the video, I put some drawers up here and down there. That was not working. It was taking up too much space. So using these little containers, that helped out. I have some markers that they can't play with on a regular basis because they're different. So I don't let them play with them. And then we have the dot markers in here also. So this probably could come up here. And then down here is random paper that we use for school. So it's like, it goes with the dot markers and they're alphabet pages. There's stories, alphabet pages, and then use the dot markers to mark what letter they need to find. So we use that for that. And then we have ABC magnets here. We have pastels here. I don't let them play with them on a regular basis, so we have that stored in here. And then all my answer books, and then another curriculum possibly for Evelyn next year, or my granddaughter might be using this one. I'm not sure what we're going to do with that one yet. And then I put all our crayons, pencils, markers, and fun scissors are in here. I had this all up on the homeschool thing behind me. And then back here in a container way back here are all the fun games that I had up above that we never could really get to because they were always packed away. So yes, they're packed away in here, but I'm able to get to them, and they're all learning games. So it's just for school. And the paper that we have right here is all learning papers. We got ABC books, extra papers that other people have given me for learning. And there's a bunch of craft books straight back here that are like sticker craft books. So everything that I usually would use on a regular basis is now in one area versus behind the curtain. I was searching for everything. Even though it was organized, it still was hard to get to. So this cabinet is small enough, but big enough for me to put all my homeschool stuff and my stuff, like important stuff for me. Otherwise, sometimes I would put it in my room and then I would kind of forget about it. Now, if I have anything important, I can put it here. I was able to put the wallpaper in here so it matches between both pantries. I'm super excited. So that pantry is done. We had some scrape marks on the new paint. So I touched up around the house and I did some of that. My hands are all full of paint right now because I wanted to go around the house and do that. And then also in this pantry area, I had to caulk up there a little bit, and it was all white caulk. So I just freshly painted a little strip up there. And like I said, Lauren's going to come and fix some of this stuff. He's got to cover this electrical area up. But I'm really excited for trying to see what we can do with it. Painted some plastic drawers. I thought they were blue, but they weren't. Or I thought they were black, but they were blue. So I took them outside and I spray painted them. I let them dry overnight. And then I also have two little baskets that are going to go on top of there. My other problem is I have all these towels that I like to have for the kitchen, whether it be hot pads and yeah, all our kitchen towels, scrubbies, and stuff were in one container. And that was like one roll in that cabinet that we had, and it took up the whole space. That's what I'm struggling with the most. I would like it to be kind of cute in here with a basket. Hold on. With a basket full of our towels and stuff, but I'm not quite sure how I'm going to go about doing that yet. So we'll see what I come up with. I kind of went on Pinterest and looked up how other people were storing their towels. They were putting it in drawers, and we don't have a lot of drawer storage for me to do that. Another thing that I could do, I just thought of it now. Another thing that I could do is, if I don't have enough gray containers to put in here to use, I could use one of them black little cubby things that we use for our schooling. I could use one of them and just put it in here somewhere and fold them up nice and store them that way. So we'll see. So we'll see how this turns out. Oh, I just thought of it now too. So we're going to be painting and I don't have that wall painted. I might have to paint that first. it looks like finished. What I ended up having to do is painting the sides, and then like I said, Lauren put in the extra pieces of wood for the upper part, and then I was able to label the containers. So we have seasoning, Kool-Aid, slow cooker gravy, and then we just have them packed like that, and they slide right back up there. And then for this cabinet, we have our container of marshmallows, we have almonds, raisins, our croutons, and more raisins back there, almonds. And then in this one is kind of like the cookies and a little bit of candy we have right here. This is all our regular oatmeal, or like different mixed oatmeal. And then in here is just popcorn and our cheese. And down on this cabinet, I just have this box of crackers. I might end up just pouring that in something. So we have Cheez-Its right here, putting fish crackers in this one. Lauren's gonna put some lights in here eventually, but we have oatmeal in the big black ones. So we have, I think one is full, right, Eli? One is full and the other one is partial for the oatmeal. Huh?
The black?
Yeah.
Yeah, one, yeah.
Okay. So we're storing that in there. And then in this container is our gum, and what else did I put in there? So we have gum and just a couple pieces of, oh, I know what I should do. I'm just gonna put this stuff in here, and that can be one thing of candy. And then this one is just gonna be for cookies. And this one can be for the candy. And then this one down here, we have crackers in this one. This is what it looks like with the curtain back up. So no one will be able to see all our snacks and stuff that we have back there. So it's all hidden. The only thing that shows is the bottom part right there, and that's okay. I wasn't really liking the idea of having the fruit snacks down there just because the kids will see that all the time. But to the most part, they were able to get to them in the other cabinet anyways. So we'll just see how that goes. If I have to, I will switch it out and put it back here somewhere. But yeah, Lauren's got to put some lights in here because we really can't see, you know, unless we have the kitchen lights on and stuff. So, but this is how it turned out. We were able to get it done in 2 days, day and a half or so. We were able to get it done in a day and a half, and I made a complete mess through our whole kitchen. So I wanted to hurry up and get it done because it is Sunday night, tomorrow's school, and our kitchen table was filled with what we were doing with the pantry and the school stuff. I have to clean off the rest of the table, and then we are good with the pantry. Everything has containers, and it just looks a lot nicer in there. It's just, I don't have a light in there, so you can't really see what it looks like to the most part, but I think it turned out pretty good. So hopefully you guys like the new pantry look to switching everything over. When I started it, I thought it was just gonna be something I could just switch out and not have to do anything with. Got it done, and I think it's gonna work. I think the kids are gonna get confused once in a while with going to the wrong cabinet, but to the most part, I think it's gonna work for us. We'll just try it out, and if it doesn't work, we can switch it back. But for right now, I think it's gonna work. So, all right, so hopefully you guys liked today's video. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.